Welcome back MVP road car family. Today we're diving deep into one of the most talked about muscle cars making its return to the streets of the 2026 Plymouth Roadrunner. This isn't just a revival of a legendary nameplate, it's a full-on reimagining of American muscle for the modern age. Buckle up, because we're about to break down every detail of this car, from its bold exterior design to the refined interior, the heart-pounding performance numbers, and of course, what you can expect when it comes to pricing. Let's start from the outside because the very first impression of the new Roadrunner is its presence. Plymouth has taken the classic DNA of the late 1960s and early 1970s Roadrunner and given it a futuristic twist. The front fascia is aggressive, dominated by wide, low-slung grille that harks back to the original, but this time framed by sharp LED lighting signatures. The headlights are narrow and sleek, almost predatory, and they're paired with integrated daytime running lights that give it a menacing look even when it's just idling at a stoplight. The hood features prominent air intakes, not just for style but for function, feeding air into the high-output powertrain underneath. Moving along the side profile, you immediately notice the muscular fender arches. They've been sculpted to emphasize the Roadrunner's wide stance, which gives it that planted, performance-ready look. The designers have managed to balance retro cues, like a subtle character line running along the side, with futuristic aerodynamic touches, such as hidden door handles and active aero vents behind the front wheels. It sits on massive 20 or optional 21-inch alloy wheels with performance tires, giving it a purposeful, track-capable posture. The rear end doesn't disappoint either. You've got a full-width LED taillight bar that pays homage to the classic horizontal tail designs, a deck-led spoiler integrated seamlessly into the trunk, and a set of quad exhaust tips that tell you exactly what this car is built to do. Now, step inside, and you'll immediately notice that the new Roadrunner doesn't just rely on nostalgia, it embraces modern luxury and tech. Plymouth has gone all in on creating an interior that balances driver focus with comfort. The dashboard is wrapped in premium materials, with options like suede and carbon fiber trim depending on the package you choose. In front of the driver, there's a fully digital 12.3-inch instrument cluster that can be customized to display classic-style gauges for that retro feel, or a futuristic performance layout that gives you real-time horsepower, torque, and G-force readings. The center console houses a massive 15-inch infotainment touchscreen that's crisp, responsive, and loaded with features. Wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are standard, but Plymouth has also included their new performance telemetry suite. This lets you record lap times, drag strip runs, and even share your performance stats with other Roadrunner owners through a connected app. Below the screen, physical knobs for climate and volume are still present, thankfully, because Plymouth knows enthusiasts want quick, tactile controls when they're focused on the road. The seats are another highlight. They're heavily bolstered sports seats that hold you in place during spirited driving, but they're also heated, ventilated, and available with massaging functions for daily comfort. In higher trims, you get Napa leather with Alcantara inserts, embroidered Roadrunner logos, and contrast stitching that just screams attention to detail. The rear seats are actually usable, a rarity in modern performance coupes, giving passengers enough legroom for short trips. The trunk space is respectable too, making this not just a weekend toy but a car you can actually live with. Of course, the real story here is under the hood. Plymouth is offering two main powertrain options for the 2026 Roadrunner, and both are impressive. The base model comes with a 5.7-liter twin-turbocharged V8 producing around 480 horsepower, paired with an 8-speed automatic transmission. This setup alone is enough to push the Roadrunner from 0 to 60 in under 4 seconds, which puts it right in the league of modern muscle and sports cars. But the real headline is the Roadrunner SRT variant, which packs a supercharged 6.4-liter Hemi V8 delivering a jaw-dropping 720 horsepower and over 650 pound-feet of torque. With launch control engaged, this beast rockets from 0 to 60 in just about 3 seconds flat and has a top speed north of 200 miles per hour. For purists, Plymouth has done something special. They're actually offering a 6-speed manual transmission option for the V8 models, keeping the spirit of the classic muscle era alive. That means you get to roll your own gears and really feel connected to the car in a way automatics can't replicate. The Roadrunner also comes with rear-wheel drive as standard, but an advanced all-wheel drive system is available on the higher trims for those who want extra grip in all conditions. Handling has also been taken seriously. Adaptive suspension comes standard, with modes ranging from comfort to track. In comfort, it soaks up bumps and feels compliant enough for daily use. In track mode, it stiffens up, lowers the car, and sharpens throttle and steering response to give you maximum confidence on twisty roads or at the circuit. Brembo brakes with 6-piston calipers up front provide more than enough stopping power to handle the Roadrunner's speed. Now, let's talk pricing, because that's always the big question. Plymouth has managed to position the Roadrunner competitively against rivals like the Dodge Challenger, Ford Mustang, and Chevy Camaro. The base model with the twin-turbo V8 is expected to start around $52,000, which is surprisingly reasonable given the performance and tech you're getting. Step up to the more powerful SRT supercharged version, and you're looking at closer to $78,000 to start, with fully loaded models crossing the $90,000 mark. While that's not cheap, when you consider the level of power, the features, and the legacy behind the Roadrunner name, it's hard to argue against the value. So, what's the verdict? The 2026 Plymouth Roadrunner isn't just a nostalgia play, it's a serious performance car that respects its heritage while moving boldly into the future. The exterior design is aggressive and modern, yet filled with callbacks to the original. The interior is loaded with cutting-edge technology and comfort, making it more livable than muscle cars of the past. The performance numbers speak for themselves. This is a car built to thrill. Whether you're hitting the drag strip, carving mountain roads, or just cruising the boulevard turning heads, and the pricing makes it accessible enough that it could easily become one of the most sought-after muscle cars of this generation. That wraps up our deep dive into the 2026 Plymouth Roadrunner. What do you think? Did Plymouth nail the revival, or would you have liked to see them do something different with the nameplate? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss more reviews, road tests, and deep dives into the cars that matter. Until next time, this is MVP Road Car signing off, reminding you to drive safe, but drive with passion.